everyone, it's Froggy, and I'm back again with another episode of the second reproduction, so I'm just gonna go ahead and start.
二人ともだいぶ濡れてしまったな。
I'd stripped and started wringing out my clothes the moment we got out of the lake.
そうですね。
Lezette squeezed his uniform dry, then scooped up the coat he'd left on the ground. He'd probably left it there just in case it dragged him down into the lake.
しかし困ったな。このありさまを誰かに見られれば、必ず理由を問われる。もしくは里井ガルディスなどに見つかったら、聞かれずとも探られそうだ。
確かに。あいつはうっかり落ちたんだなんて言っても、ごまかされてくれなさそうですよね。
Lezette quickly made a fire as we talked, its bright red flames crackling and snapping. I let out a sigh as I watched it and said,
はあ、仕方ない。ここで乾かすか。幸い軍服は乾きやすいからな。
Almanon's uniforms were durable and light, and were designed to dry quickly if they ever got wet. I heard it was all thanks to a champion named Cristobal, who created them 1,000 years ago, thanks to his fear of water and inability to swim.
ですがそれでは風を。
脱げばよかろ
う。ああ、そうですね。脱げば。ってここで脱ぐんですか？
I was waiting for this reaction.
女子でもあるまいし、裸になるくらいで文句を言うな。
俺はいいんです。姫様がまずいでしょ
う。なんだ、自分が脱いでもすごいというのを自慢したいのか？悪かったな、貧弱で。
I took my clothes off as I said that, squeezing them dry and hanging them on the nearby branch.
姫様、
どうした？早く脱げ。行軍中のやむない対処だと思えば、なんてことなかろう。
そうですよね。これは任務。これは任務。これは任務。
He's so cute.
大丈夫か？
But he kept saying mission, mission to himself, like some kind of incantation. Feeling uneasy, I called out to him again.
はい！まったく何も問題ございません！
If you keep yelling like that, someone's gonna hear you and come see.
そうか。
I felt a little worried over his loud reply, but then I remembered what he'd said a moment ago. I somehow forgot I was a woman myself, probably because I'd been part of the tough, scruffy world of knights since I was little. Was Lezette worried about my feelings? If he is, then haven't I just done something really bad? I thought to myself as if it was someone else's problem. Lezette's fire grew as I thought that, warming my body up. I felt a little tired, so I lay down beside it. I must have chilled out quite a bit because I suddenly gave a loud sneeze. Even during the summer, it wasn't unusual for the temperature to drop once night had begun to fall. I hugged my body, its surface trembling slightly from the cold. I heard the sound of fabric rustling behind me, and before I could turn around...
あ、レゼット。
こうしていれば少しはマシだと思ったので。
They are naked under there? Was his voice trembling? Maybe Lezette was feeling cold too. I suddenly felt really guilty. If I hadn't walked into the lake earlier, Lezette wouldn't be so cold right now. Wanting to apologize, I leant against him to help warm him back up.
姫様。
His voice sounded higher for some reason, but I was sure this would warm him up faster, so I wasn't doing anything bad, I think.
ああ、お前の言う通りだ。こうしていると暖かいな。
Lezette's warmth made me feel really happy, more than anything else. But there was something else beside that, a feeling I couldn't recognize that smoldered within my heart. Something that wouldn't let me settle down, yet captured my heart like delicious sweets. It was an odd feeling. I'd always been with Lezette, And we were like brother and sister, so why had I recently... I gave a relaxed sigh, and Lezette responded with a bitter laugh.
姫様はガルディスのように直球でいかないとわからないんですね。まあそこがいいところでもあるんですけど。
何がだ？
こちらの話です。
私たちの間で隠し事はなしだぞ。
そうですね。隠し事は。
He sounded casual at first, but then he stopped mid-sentence, as if he needed to think about something.
ないです。俺たちの間に秘密なんてない。
His words felt strange for some reason. It didn't sound like he was trying to answer my question, I thought. It was as if...
あ、服、そろそろ乾いた頃ですよね。
But before my mind could settle on a conclusion, Lezette had changed the subject in his usual lively tone. On a day when summer was about to end, as the moon shone brightly over the capital, I had no idea what that weird feeling would turn out to be. No idea at all. A strange yet gentle feeling, as if I were walking on clouds. Save me! Everything around me was pitch black. I hadn't gone blind. My surroundings were pitch black. All I could sense was the faint smell of smoke and blood. Please, save me! I woke up gasping, quickly placing a hand against my dripping forehead. Yet another nightmare. I'd have been having a lot of them lately. I'd been haunted by nightmares ever since I tried to drown myself, and recently they'd been getting clearer and clearer, so much so that I was starting to grow afraid of going to sleep. Normally, I could see nothing but darkness all the way through, but this time, I thought I saw something horrible flash up, even though I couldn't recall what it was.
どうぞ。
My voice sounded exhausted. Having knocked politely on the door, Lezette stepped into my room, his expression changing as soon as he saw my face. He strode to the side of my bed and knelt down on one knee, watching me with a worried look on his face.
また悪夢を。
ああ、それに日に日に鮮明になっていく気がする。
どんな夢なのですか？
はっきりとはわからない。いつも霞んでいて、聞こえるのは多くの悲鳴と何かを切り捨てる生々しい音。手に伝わってくる振動や感覚から言って、あれは夢の中の私がやっているのかもしれないな。
Lezette, who'd been quietly listening to me, slowly turned pale as I looked at him. He'd frozen stiff and wasn't saying anything, making me feel uneasy over what I just told him.
レセト。
きっとお疲れなのでしょう。今晩はゆっくりとお休みになられるよう、キリアさんに温かいミルクでも持ってきてもらってはいかがですか？
ああ。
Did Lezette grimace for an instant? Maybe I was still tired. Before I got a chance to ask about it, Lezette turned away from me and started pouring some water into a cup.
あれを覆したから一緒に溶けてきてしまっているのか。
何か言ったか？
ええ、今日はいい天気なので視察にはもってこいの日ですねと。
He's hiding a lot of things from me, isn't he?
そうだな。今日は気持ちよく歩けそうだ。
I yawned and threw off my blanket and slipped out of bed. With excellent timing, Lezette walked over with his cup of water, offering it to me. I felt dehydrated from sweating all night, so fresh cold water was exactly what I needed. I quickly gulped down every last drop and enjoyed feeling the last traces of the nightmare wash away. It was only a dream, remember? I need to pull myself together and get some fresh air. And I'm gonna go ahead and end this episode here for today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want to see more videos like this one, then don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.